I just got reminded of a memory I didn't remember that I had. Whew. Oh God.
I thought you said that we're not gonna joke about this.
No, but if we
Everybody
don't
gets
laugh, we're going to
born.
cry.
Yeah, for
Right?
sure,
So
eh?
I bet I would just laugh and think. No, born is a horrific thing. You know?
Horrible.
Born is terrible. But born is inevitable. Born is inescapable. And it doesn't matter how big you are, you're not too big to get born. Right? You can be an art of Jamaica. You can be a dancehall superstar. You can be a political activist. Guess what? You're still not bigger than born. And there's a song, I believe
so
you're
you're
going to
so
give us a
rude.
piece of the song. Yeah, give us a piece of it.
So rude.
Nah, spend no time with my gal and my gal give me bone. I'm not laughing about the situation. I'm traumatized personally. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because I really don't want to cry. I cry my eyes out. Whoa. Not funny.
It is up by Bellevue that this was recorded.
That's right. Now, as he elucidated there, he didn't spend no time with his woman. And now she's giving him bone. What are some of the reasons that ladies give bone, Danae?
Well, that is a primary reason.
That's
you
the primary
understand? We are not getting sufficient time.
Hmm.
But by the way, disclaimer: there is no good reason ever to give bun.
However, yeah.
I can understand
Yeah, you
the
can see
giving
with her.
of bun.
You can see with
and
her.
I can see with her with the giving of bun if it is a case where the bun was first given unto you.
So here's my
Right?
thing now. Girls give you bun for not giving them enough time. Girls give you bun for not giving them enough money. But I'm spending the time getting the money to give you. I can't do both things at the same time.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because most times, in the first part of the relationship, una multitask out L, right? Una multitask. However, as the relationship progresses, the multitasking drop. You understand? All of a sudden, that what you were doing in the initial part of the relationship, you can no longer do it. And if you did show with the vibes there from the get-go, you wouldn't have the girl. You know like when me start talk sense. You know like when that's why I'm engaged with you sometimes, you know.
You consider this to be talking sense?
Yes. It is rational, it is logical. You understand? And it is a natural consequence. If it is that you can't keep up the same energy that you showed us in the beginning, by the way, I do think you should just left the man. But
Chris Brown was a prophet.
what do you mean?
I mean, Chris Brown was a prophet. He was the prophet we didn't know that we needed.
You're so ridiculous.
No, but
I can't believe you are advocating for certain things
did
on the radio.
what did you hear me advocate for?
Don't worry. I heard what you didn't say. I heard it.
Listen,
Don't
I'm just
advocate
saying.
for Chris Brown and his behavior.
I'm just saying.
Please.
But so you can't spend time because you're trying to make the money, and then you're not making enough money because you're spending time. so that's why I said bun is inevitable. That's why I'm not mocking anybody for getting bun. You can be an order of Jamaica. You can be a dancehall superstar. You can be a political activist. You can be a regular guy. You're gonna get bun. You can spend all of your time, all of your money, all of your love. Bro,
Why not give bun though?
What's that?
Why not just leave?
Because then they'd have to find another guy to cheat on. Why would they leave a good house? He's a good man, Savannah. Why would they leave? Why would they leave? No, take your bun like a big man and keep it pushing. Yeah, no, leave and go where? Why is she leaving? You don't have to leave. No, let me tell you something. Women are they're held captive by their emotions. They don't know what they feel, you know, and they just feel like you're not spending enough time, and they just feel like you don't care enough.
But it's not just a feeling.
It's not just a feeling.
No.
And they just feel like you're not spending enough time, and you're not spending enough attention. And you're not spending enough care.
And not spending enough.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So she had to. She didn't want to give you bun. She had to. You know?
Circumstances.
It was just the circumstances.
We are not advocating for this on
Just the
radio.
circumstances.
But really, why do men give bun then?
Why do men give
because
bun?
you're saying that women give bun based on the fact that, we need more time, we need more
A
attention,
woman has
more
reasons.
emotions.
She has reasons as to why she gives
Why
bun.
uno give bun? We don't know no
It's
reason.
a crime of passion.
Sure.
It was this. That was circumstantial. Yeah.
You every day stress me out.
I'm telling
You every day
I
want.
but there's so many reasons as to why ladies give bun. Not enough time, as you said. Not spending time with my woman. Woman, I give me bun. Not spending enough money. Well, you're not meeting her needs, and she has to be provided for, right? So you're not spending enough money. Bun. You don't love her the same. She doesn't feel the passion in your heart. You're too tired. You're working all the time. You're tired. Bun. Whereas a man say a hot girl and she's ready to give her man bun. So it just, you know what I mean? It's a crime of passion. Yeah. As a man, there's no planning and setting up.
I think that's
and
so much worse.
reasons.
I think
There's no reasons.
that's so much worse.
Well, when we look at the degrees of murder, you know that you're a lawyer, no? Can't you get off on self-defense or at least lower the consequences of the charges if it was a crime of passion versus a premeditated murder? Huh? Can you premeditate self-defense? No, you can't. Self-defense is as a result of passionate.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
right?
tell me,
Because
tell
you're not
me.
going to gaslight me in
Gaslight? I'm
this
not
morning
gaslighting you.
or gaslight the people
You're
in their
deflecting.
vehicles or gaslighting the people
That's Darvo.
on TikTok this
You're
morning.
deflecting. You're
I'm going
deflecting.
to tell you now, sir.
You're deflecting.
Right? That there is no such thing as bun equivalent to a crime of passion. No such thing.
but I'm
a matter
telling
of
you.
fact. A matter of fact.
I'm not asking you.
Right? You do not trip and buck your toe and drop and all of a sudden you and a next girl are together.
But I genuinely
no,
slip.
that is not what happened. You never slip and slide and fall. Okay?
I
no.
did. I fell in love.
Stress me out. No, that is not what happened. You and the girl on a plan up.
You're going to tell me what happened?
On a plan up.
You're going to tell me how
There
I feel?
are steps, right? Steps that must be taken before you go and do this bun business.
The step was she presented herself and the circumstance made it available.
And you had to, this is not a conversation for morning radio. This is not a
Big
conversation
up the Broadcasting
for morning.
Commission anywhere in the world, I'm there.
Good morning to you guys, and I'm going to draw breaks right here, right now. But all I will say, right, my last comment on this topic is that you had to do certain things before you and that second girl got involved.
Like what?
You premeditated.
I didn't even know her name.
There were actions, right, that took place prior to you giving your girl bun. Una have to meet up. Una have to set up the time and the date and which part. You understand? Even if you just see her, you understand? Una did have to go somewhere into a vehicle, and the time that you took walking with the young lady to go into the vehicle, the house, the establishment, the corner, wherever you give the bun, right? You thought about the fact that you had a girl. And you disregarded the fact that you had a girl. You thought about it, premeditated.
No, that's the premeditation is the stated
Where
reasons.
is my gavel? Bun court?
No,
is
premeditation.
It's closed.
Premeditation is having reasons. Yes, premeditation is having incentives. There's already so many reasons. You didn't. You told me. I asked you. Not spending enough time, not caring enough, not spending enough money, not meeting her needs. Her needs have to be met. You know. She didn't feel like you loved her anymore.
So Dan is over here. I think Dan needs a therapist. If you're a licensed therapist, come here quick. Dan is gonna need you. Dan is saying that wife give us silent treatment, wife give us attitude, wife lock shop, and that pushes us to cheat. That doesn't push you to leave and find a better woman that pushes you to cheat? Virgin. Sure. Dane, please. Please, Dane. Anyways, Bun Court is closed for today. We're moving right along. Are you seeing anything in the paper that is of any interest to you? I saw something, emanating from Friday's events down by Freeport Terminal.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
The plane didn't crash.
The plane arrived.
The plane landed.
Well, it's not the plane.
Well, the ship.
There we go.
The ship didn't crash with the coke. No. Another big boss. $1 billion allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
How did they calculate that?
Let me tell you what it is that they have found. So the Kingston Freeport Terminal Limited, that's KFTL, was under a virtual lockdown for several hours until late Friday as the security forces continued a high-level operation into a major cocaine bust that the police have estimated at approximately Jamaican $1 billion. The operation reportedly began on Thursday morning and remained active late Friday as police, the Jamaica Customs Agency, and other members of the security forces restricted movement in and around the port while pursuing leads into the shipment and persons who may have been involved. Now, Claus, what would possess you to utilize the Kingston Freeport Terminal to bring in, dangerous drugs?
Do you want the answer?
I'm not really sure,
Because they can.
Really sure.
Because they have. Because they've been. Yeah. Allegedly.
Really?
Allegedly, but not really alleged. You can ask some of our big business people. Maybe they know a little more than I do. Some of our developers, some of our hoteliers, some of our car mart owners, some of our big established businessmen and women. Maybe they would know more than I do. Maybe we should ask them.
The views and insinuations of one Claus are not reflective of Sleek Radio nor me, Danae. Okay? All right. We're pushing on because, sir, okay.
We've had a long history of drug smuggling in this country because we've had a long history of lawlessness. We've had a long history of bribing elected officials and bribing security forces and personnel. Mostly, we bribe the security forces and personnel because they're not compensated fairly for the value that they provide, and so they have to seek funding elsewhere. As it relates to the corrupt politicians, well, our very first Governor General was a pirate. So we've had a long-standing history of piracy and corruption. And the truth of the matter is, why would any criminal organization feel comfortable to move tons of a product? $6 million US, $1 billion Jamaican dollars worth of in one move, for it to be caught all of that in one time? Well, because they've been doing it. And they feel extremely confident that nothing will come of it. Remember the biggest arms bust that we had at the Freeport Terminal last year? The biggest arms bust in Jamaican history? You remember, the one over by the port? Yeah, there was no arrests made. You remember?
Same Freeport Terminal?
You remember no arrests were made? Think about
perhaps they are still pursuing leads into the shipment and
yes.
persons who
yes, of course,
may have been involved.
They're still investigating.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they want to get the right person, and so perhaps investigations are taking a little while to be concluded. Now, in a statement, the Jamaica Constabulary Force confirmed the operation, noting that it followed investigations into the cocaine seizure earlier in the week.
No will no face, no beg, no pardon.
Finishing now.
Enough.
Finishing now.
Money there.
Okay.
Cherry garden.
I must talk with your chest, you know.
Yeah.
A source close to the investigation, who was not authorized to speak, told the paper that at least 8 employees were detained on Friday during the operation and that their personal vehicles were also searched while they were placed in handcuffs. Now, it's understood that one of the employees were detained on Thursday after investigators began probing the movement of a container under surveillance at the facility. The investigation subsequently expanded as authorities sought to determine whether other persons were involved. The authorities had reportedly been monitoring the movement of containers and that the surveillance formed part of the operation that led to the discovery of the cocaine. Now, there are investigations in other parishes that we're being told of, like St. Thomas and so forth. So, as soon as this investigation is done, I trust that we'll get more information on what's taking place. Yes?
Nice. I'm
But
sure
I
we
mean-
will. I'm sure we will get more information. You know? I'm sure we will.
Can one day just come to work and behave yourself?
And behave?
Yeah.
I'm
Just
not
one
being,
day.
I'm,
just
not, I'm not being paid to behave
just
myself.
one day.
It's not in my contract.
Jeez. But it's nice to see the work that, you know, the Firearms and Narcotics Investigation Division and all of these.
Hard work.
Go on, Bridging. You know,
I'm
you
just-
said them detain somebody. You know,
Then
say
me
you
just
can't
tell you,
please.
say them on
You
the hard
can't
work.
please, Bridging.
I'm telling you,
can't
they're
please.
doing their
no,
working
you're being
hard.
sarcastic over
I'm
there.
not being sarcastic.
Sure, man.
That's rude of you to insinuate that.
Sure, man. Get it
I'm
together.
applauding the hard work of the JCF.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Me too. All right. So looking forward to see more from that. Now, anything over there of interest to you, sir?
Ah, yes. Bold Bruce. The diaspora backs Golding for courageous stance on the U.S.-Jamaica relationship. Now, when I heard his speech in Philadelphia, I was like, bro, are you sure you want to be saying that? In Philadelphia?
I've always said it, you know, and I'm going to say it again. It is so easy to make certain comments when you are out of office, when your comments are not as strong as they would be if you were prime minister.
Well, do you remember how he stopped being the prime minister? Are we allowed to talk about that? I don't know. Remind me what happened.
You will remind me, no?
No,
You remind me, sir.
I don't know if I remember.
I don't remember
Was there
nothing.
like an incursion?
A matter of fact, I cannot recall.
You can't recall?
No.
Wasn't there like a foreign country that like removed him as the head of state? And like, didn't he like say he wasn't gonna do something, and then they had like a military intervention, and hundreds of people died? And right? I don't remember too well. Can you remind me again? No? So I wouldn't say that he hasn't spoken about it while he was in office. I think he tried, and I think that's why he's not in office anymore. If we're gonna keep it real. Can we keep it? Oh, there's other reasons. I don't think my employers would like me to divulge what I think. So I'm gonna keep my
I
job.
thought you didn't like when I did that.
No, no,
You didn't
no.
like when I did
Well,
that.
well, I mean,
If you're gonna talk about something, you speak about it.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
In the best way that you can.
in the best way that I can. I mean, it's all hearsay and allegations and it's being supposings. And, well, I mean, I remember when another country came and you know,
Give me a minute. Let me leave it alone.
was it 2011? When was it? You remember? You
I
don't
do
remember?
believe it was 2010, if I'm not mistaken.
2010. Yeah. Can you tell me a little more about it?
No, not me. No, Bridging. You not draw me over there.
Okay.
But it began right on May 23, 2010. I think what you're speaking about is the civil unrest in Kingston, as it related to one Jamaican citizen there who they were trying to execute a U.S. extradition
Prezi.
order.
I think that's what they
or
call
request.
him. Is that what they call him? Prezi?
I'm not sure. Sir, you would have to inform me about all of that.
I don't know. I'm just an innocent uptown kid.
Yeah, I love these people on my TikTok. You see, good morning, guys. Now I have no clue. I don't have a clue about it at all. And if it is that you're reminding us, then you'd have to remind us.
But yeah, I just found it funny that you said he's said all this stuff out of office, because that's why he's not in office, because he said this stuff in office, and he did not acquiesce.
Not because a simple.
Go on.
Not because a simple extradition request turned into civil unrest. That's not why he was removed.
Who demanded the extradition request, and what did he say? He stood up and said he's not doing it. Now the whys, I want to keep my life, so I won't mention the whys. But that's why he's no longer in office, by the way, because he attempted to stand up against them, and it didn't really work. Yeah.
So his speech in Philadelphia.
I just think it's just incorrect for you to say that he didn't speak while he was in power. He tried, and that's why he's no longer in power.
No, what I'm saying is that it is easy to say it while.
He faced the consequences, so I think he's entitled to speak.
Right.
Yeah.
We kind of reaching the same conclusion.
Not really, though. You're saying it in a derogatory way, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory way.
What I'm saying is that our elected officials at this point in time don't have the luxury of saying what he's saying at this point in time.
Because they don't want to face the consequences?
Because
they want to stay in power?
As I've said multiple times on this show, because you have to be smart about certain things.
We're calling that smart now.
When it is that, most of our imports are coming in from a particular direction, you have to be careful about that. That is why the government... Hold on, Bridget. That is why the government at this point is seeking alternative routes. And I really didn't want to go into this, because it's clear, but you kind of still want to keep it under wraps. But we're seeking to partner with Nigeria and Ghana and countries over there, so that we can tap into their trade routes. You understand? So it's not a case where you can
take time dry your hand.
You take time dry your hand out of lion mouth when you're in a lion mouth, Bridget.
Yeah.
You can't just get up and say, me agree with Bruce, and I'm gonna be as bold as Bruce.
Well,
and come out and hey, you have to take your time, and you have to act in the best interest of the people. When it is that we have our alternatives set, when it is that we have other methods of imports and exports, and we're not going to be totally cut off from, well, we're not going to have a light cut off, are we? And other things, cut off on us, then we can say whatever we feel like to say. But not at this point, not at this juncture.
No, that's cowardly.
It's not cowardly. It is sensible. Anyway, we got to take a quick break, folks. You're listening to the Morning Mentions, and you're listening to me, Danae, and One Clause. Say the whole thing now, Bridget. Never feel.
You're supposed to say it.
You sing this morning? You sing for morning? Sing it!
Brother, commercial, to lock off a mic.
Oh, you say commercial, come up?
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, we soon come back.